welcome back. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and joining us now with more on resources is Nathan Miller and Beth Tucker from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Thank you both so much for being here with us.
Thank you.
So obviously an important month. Let's first just talk about the initial signs if you are a victim of domestic violence.
Yeah, so some of the signs to look for are, if someone's wearing clothing that's not appropriate, like they're covering up bruises, they may seem like nervous to talk around their partner, kids that might be afraid of their parent. And then the statistics around that is there's 60,000 cases of domestic violence in Tennessee last year in 2023. And then also there were unfortunately 12 murders that were related to domestic violence as well. Wow,
those are some staggering numbers there. And with the holidays right around the corner, there's always reports of domestic violence tending to spike up a little bit. What is y'all's advice? How can we support one another, during these times?
Well, during the holidays, that always brings people closer together. Sometimes that's, not a good thing. We would always hope it is, but it's not. Spending time together more than usual can sometimes get tempers to flare, frustrations to come up. So it is a little bit more higher during the holiday season. So one thing people can do is, plan their vacations and plan their outings, the best they can. They may not want to be around certain folks. They may want to take some time out of that. So.
And a lot of people, like you guys mentioned, get together during the holidays. What is your advice if you do witness domestic violence? What should we do?
Well, first off, talk to the person that was the victim and tell them like you're there to support them. Offer them resources such as, the Office of Safety, which is on Murfreesboro Road, calling the domestic violence shelter with them, or even calling, like we're here to help as well, Volunteer Behavioral Health, with therapy and different services like that. So letting them know that you're there for them is the most important thing and that you're willing to listen to them.
Yeah, and talk about the resources that your center has for these victims.
Well, we offer counseling and we offer therapy on an outpatient basis if folks need that. We also have a place called the Crisis Stabilization Unit if folks need to get away for a while and they just need to take that time out. Sometimes just taking a couple of days break, from a hostile or bad situation can be a big help in a lot of ways.
And if a child witnesses domestic violence, that will of course impact their future in some way, shape, or form. Talk about how crucial it is for children to be around healthy relationships.
Yeah, it's very, like you said, it impacts them greatly. And so one of the things that we offer and other agencies do as well is like play therapy, so the kids can learn how to express themselves in a healthy way, but then also like letting them know that you're there to support them, like you're a healthy person, and helping them find other people that are there to listen to them.
And majority of the time when you are a victim of domestic violence, it never gets better. It just gets worse. Talk about the importance of leaving and not waiting around.
Well, when you get to that point where you have domestic violence, especially on a regular basis, like you said, it usually never gets any better. It usually gets worse. And as Beth mentioned, there were some lives lost, every year, and last year especially, to these type of situations. So if people continue to stay in them without some type of significant intervention or change, they're not likely to get better on their own. So folks need to be aware of that. And sometimes they're not even aware that they're in these situations until somebody else helps point that out to them, to be honest.
All right, well, thank you, Beth and Nathan, so much for being here with us. And if you do know someone that needs help, you can just take a look at the info that'll pop up on your screen there in a second. There you go. You can also look up this segment on our website, WKRN.com, and just click under the Newsmaker tab.